Welcome to Pickford's Fresh Seafood, the freshest seafood in the Shenandoah Valley. Tonight we're going to do something completely different. This is something I had when I was very young, and it's deviled crabs. We just don't see deviled crabs anymore. So I'm going to show you a really easy recipe on how to fix deviled crabs. First, what I'm going to do is we're going to use about 3 ounces of mayonnaise. Doesn't really make any difference what brand. I prefer Hellman's, but you can use Duke's or whatever it may be. 2 is about a half a teaspoon of mustard, 1 egg. I like to use JO number 2 crab seasoning. This is coming out of Maryland, produced in Maryland. It's specifically used for crabs. You can use Old Bay and some other seasonings, but JO really is the best. Topping it off with a little lemon juice, about, again, a half a teaspoon. And again, getting back to the JO, you want to use about 3 teaspoons, maybe a tablespoon to taste. And then what I like to use, just for a little kick, is a good buddy of mine in Vermont, Sugar Ray. Bob produces a Vermont maple sriracha sauce. This is just absolutely outstanding product. It's not too hot. It's made with Kronos peppers, maple sugar, maple syrup, and some vinegar, red wine vinegar. Just outstanding. About 5 drops of that in with my sauce here, and we're set to go. What I'm going to do is I've got my Maryland crab meat here, and as you can see, I really want the fattiest crab meat. You can see all that fat incorporated in there. That's your flavor. So what we're going to do is, now you see my sauce. Everything's incorporated. I'm going to add my crab meat to that. Granted, I'm not wearing any gloves. However, I have sterilized my hands to the best of my ability. What I'm going to do now is just lightly toss this together. And you also notice I'm not using any filler. I will not use any filler in any of my crabs or crab meat. To me, it takes away flavor. You get a higher yield, but you don't get that great, Maryland crab flavor or Maryland crab meat flavor. So I'm gently just tossing all this together, which really doesn't take much time at all. And now what I'm going to do is start forming my crab balls. Usually about 3 ounces, 4 ounces, depending on the size of the crab shell. And here are the crab shells. I have thoroughly cleaned them out to make sure there's nothing in there except just the shell. And we're now going to incorporate the crab meat on top. We've got that. Again, we're going to repeat the process. Unfortunately, years ago, people decided they were going to go ahead and just use pasteurized crab to make these products, and they just disappeared. I remember as a young man going to Myrtle Beach and just inhaling these things, these devil crabs, one right after another, and I couldn't get enough. And now they come in pre-frozen, and they really are not worth a hoot. In the meantime, I also preheated my oven to 350 degrees, and we're going to bake these off at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. Working on the last one. this really is a fun dish to prepare. Okay, we've got everything taken care of, and now we're going to do some plating on the sheet pan and in the oven, and we're going to take a look in about 20 minutes and see what comes out. Gorgeous. Very simple, easy, and extremely flavorful. And if you're looking to produce this recipe, all you need is to purchase some Maryland blue crab from me. You can use jumbo lump or lump. Jumbo lump or back fin. I prefer back fin because when you're breaking down the jumbo lump, you're basically going to be shredding the crab meat. Not to back fin, but you're going to be shredding it pretty well. So in the oven we go, and we'll be back here in 20 minutes to see what everything looks like. Okay, we're now going to remove our devil crab. Absolutely gorgeous. The smell is amazing. But the next step is we're going to turn the oven off. We don't want to burn the house down. Is we want to be sure to check the temperature. Anytime you're messing with a anytime you're messing with eggs, mayonnaise, you want to bring that temperature up to at least 165 degrees. We're at 173 and climbing, so we're good and safe. Next, we're going to start the plating procedure. Removing, be very careful, they are hot. The devil crab. I'm going to garnish with a hint of paprika. And finally, I really enjoy using a product that I bring in from Louisiana called Dat Dip. And Dat Dip goes with everything. And what I'm going to do is, this is going to be served with a lemon kale salad. I'm going to take that Dat Dip and I'm going to be very generous. And my friends, I would say welcome back to the devil crabs. If you need any crab meat or you need some shells, just purchase the crab at Pickford's Fresh Seafood and the meat at Pickford's Fresh Seafood, and you've got one tremendous meal. I want to thank you a lot, and if you have any questions, concerns, just give me a call and bon appetit.